jet lag is another one, right? So the way that our body works, we like normal rhythms. We like knowing what time it is, and we can kind of set the time knowing by the light of the day, right? We get on a certain schedule. You probably know when you get hungry, it's lunchtime or dinner time, right? We tend to eat at normal times. We get up, we fall asleep at normal times. Our body knows where we are. When you jump on a plane and you're going across the country or you're going across the world, that disrupts our normal cycles. Okay? Our circadian rhythms are thrown off, and our body doesn't know what to do with that. It doesn't know when to sleep and when to wake up. We're kind of stuck in that gray zone in between. To minimize that, there's a couple things that you can do, a couple options. Light therapy can be very helpful. For those that are traveling on commercial business, international business, and they're traveling the world a lot, you can actually buy these light therapy machines for the home. They're similar to the seasonal affective disorder light machines that folks in the north have to use. It exposes them to that natural light, and they can then move their rhythm to the time zone that they're going to be going to. Okay, so without having to use any medications or help, they can just, over time, slowly move to that new time zone that they'll be in, and their body will be adapted to that. For those of you that don't travel internationally often, but have a big trip coming up, you can mimic this on your own at home, right? Just using what you have there. Set your alarm either for a half hour earlier or a half hour later, depending on which way you're going. Okay? You want to make sure that you're sleeping right up to the alarm. All right, so if it's later and you're normally waking up, say at 8 o'clock, and now we want to stay in bed until 8:30, I want you to make sure that your bedroom's as dark as possible. Right? Those blinds are down, the curtains are closed, so that you're keeping it darker longer. So you're trying to get to that new time frame. Right? If it's earlier, you get up that half hour earlier. When you get up, you want to expose yourself to as much light as possible. Natural light is best. So if you're waking up and it's already light outside, try to get some of that natural light. But if it's not, as you move this back to get closer to the time zone that you're going to, if it's dark outside, turn up all the lights in your house. Okay, so we'll mimic that natural light and we'll slowly move you to this new time zone. Now, if you're getting up a half hour earlier, I want you going to bed a half hour earlier as well. Okay? And then after a couple of days, you're going to move it back another half hour. So you slowly adjust your time frame to this new zone. Another way you can do that is by taking sleep aids. Okay? Melatonin is an herbal supplement that's out there. Melatonin is a hormone that occurs naturally in our body, and it spikes about a half hour before our normal bedtime. Sometimes we override that if there's a show on TV we want to watch, but it normally spikes about a half hour before we go to bed. The melatonin you buy in the store is a synthetic. It's something that they're creating, but it's meant to mimic our own natural hormone and then cause that same spike. You can also use any of the generic or brand name over-the-counter sleep aids as well, with the goal being that when you get to the new time zone, that first night that you take it to get on that regular time that you're now in, that will help reset you so that you'll wake up then after a full night's sleep on the new time and then won't have to take them, hopefully again, right? That just that one time falling asleep at the normal time in that new zone will then help you get up at your or at that normal time then the next day and get a full night's sleep. With those, though, use caution. Any of those sleep aids, whether it's over-the-counter or prescription, can have serious side effects, including hallucinations, okay, anxiety, any of those reactions. So you just want to make sure that if you're going to use them, you try it out at home first before you go to make sure that there's no reaction for you. You don't want to be in a strange hotel room somewhere on the other side of the world and have a hallucination.